So we are finishing up your practice with the purple packet Thursday. So of course, if you printed out the sheets, which were on your Monday assignment, you would have this sheet. And if you don't have this sheet, I will make it large for you. And you can maybe pause the video and you could jot down some answers that you think are going to be right here and then continue on. Okay, so I'm going to move on to telling you the answers now and teaching you why. The first one, of course, is which is the complete sentence. Can't just judge on, does it seem really long? Because a short sentence might be incomplete. Is it just capital letters and end marks? Can't decide just with that. We have to really read it. So here's number one. My brother plays on the Aces soccer team. Number two, plays on the city soccer team. So we've really remembered this week how sentences need two parts. So I'm drawing a line between the two parts because sentence one has both of them. Boy, it's hard to make a circle with my finger like that. The two parts are the subject, so who or what the sentence is about. This one is my brother. That's who the sentence is about. The other part of the sentence is called the predicate, and it tells something about the subject, like this. Plays on the Aces soccer team. Sentence two doesn't have a person. We don't know who plays. No subject there. Now, on to our put these two puzzle pieces together to make the word singer. Now, our suffix today, this little part, not a word, right? It's a little part, and it has to get attached to a base word. The base word is sing. Sing can be a word all on its own, but when we attach a suffix, the meaning of the word changes a little bit. So what does mean when you add it to sing? This one's a little tricky. Yesterday we had the word tallest, and we've worked on ER and EST endings for other times. And you might remember like, oh gee, I don't know. I have a small turtle. Oh yeah, I have a smaller turtle. Oh, you think that's great? I have the smallest turtle of all. And yesterday we had the word tallest. And you might be thinking, well, then ER is not the word that means most, it's the one that means more. So would singer mean more sing? That does not seem right at all. So what we can do instead is know that has more than one meaning. It also can mean, and I do not mean to put the plus sign, it also can mean person who. And so sing being an action, a verb. When we add the ER to an action, it changes that action into a person. So a singer is a person who sings, right? My notes on the side didn't turn out so great, but suffixes can have more than one meaning. So don't always think that it's one. You have to think about what makes sense. Here is our capital letter. That's good. Let's read. My cousin and I got a flashlight, made a tent, and played in it. There is no end mark. All sentences have end marks. This sentence was giving information. That means it's called a declarative sentence, and declarative sentences have periods at the end. As you read, you saw this silly mistake. The pronoun I was not capitalized. Always needs to be capitalized, the word that speaks about the speaker. And then we know they did several things. One, got a flashlight. Put a comma after the first one. Two, made a tent. Put a comma after it. The third thing they did, and we would do these commas in a series if there's three or more, was played in it. Now, like I said, you don't put a comma after the last one, and it doesn't matter that it's at the end of the sentence. Think of the sentence said, my cousin and I got a flashlight, made a tent, and played in it all afternoon. See, it wouldn't be at the end of the sentence, but you still wouldn't put a period after that last part. Let's move on to the homophones. We finally won a game. So which is the one that means won, like you were the winner? This one, right? You were the winner of the game. You won the game. They both start with W. That's kind of a little clue for you. The choice we didn't pick, O-N-E, is meaning this many, just one, not two. All right, subject-verb agreement. Lots of times you can tell how it sounds. So if I try, many stores sell candy by the checkout counters. Or many stores sells candy by the checkout counters. Definitely sounded better with a sell. And let's take a look at why again. Remember, this is about the subject agreeing with the verb. The subject is many stores. Now, isn't that what we would say is plural? There's more than one store. And they show that with the letter S on the end of store. So since we have our S on our subject, no S on the verb. So that is the work of today. And do the IXL things for practice with these topics. And you can do a fine job and do great on your quiz tomorrow.